Hi, it's your PsychoBuddy. We're having a little fireside chat today about how 12-step recovery can accelerate the healing of trauma. For me, before I got into 12-step, I knew nothing whatsoever about it, except for that it followed the belief or the claim that addiction was a disease. And I thought I had a real hard time with that. Step one, we admit we are powerless over our addiction and that our lives have become unmanageable. And I was like, that's, I did the thing they did in South Park where I was like, you're trying to shirk accountability by saying you're just sick. And I didn't understand. I got angry about that. I was like, I'm not sick. I fucked up, Like my life wasn't unmanageable. I mismanaged it. And I was really mad about that until I answered a bunch of questions in a step working guide. And one of them was, look at how the patterns of addiction play out in other areas of your life. And I remembered very quickly that when I was 12 years old, I had been unable to stop sucking my thumb until I was 12 years old. Even though my brothers made fun of me for it terribly, possibly partially because of that, I just couldn't stop. If I didn't suck it when I was awake, I sucked my thumb when I was asleep. And so they put in these prongs in the top of my mouth that would poke my thumb every time I tried to suck my thumb, and that finally broke it because I was incapable. I was powerless over my addiction to sucking my thumb. So that was clearly an addiction. So was I mad at that 12-year-old for being addicted to sucking your thumb? No. It's compulsive self-comforting. And that's how I think of addiction to anything. It's compulsive self-comforting. And in my case as a 12-year-old, I needed to comfort myself compulsively because of the traumatic environment that I was being raised in, which was amplified by my very sensitive nature. So the genetic predisposition for addiction, and then on top of that, the external things that made comforting necessary. So when I realized that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm an addict. I'm not pissed off about it. I'm an addict. So now one big thing that they say in 12-step groups is you're not responsible for your addiction, but you are responsible for your recovery. And the rest, the next 11 steps are all about how to take responsibility for your life, going back and remembering all of the shit that you've done and taking responsibility for it and changing your behavior in the present and cultivating a strong spirituality to help keep you making good decisions in hard times. And all of those things are very helpful for dealing with trauma. Looking it right in the face, talking about it is one of the steps. Talking about the things that have been hardest for you and the people who have hurt you the most, that's one of the steps. Processing it, there's writing all through it. It's very, 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 very helpful. And there are 12-step groups for lots of stuff. So just Google 12-step, and since COVID, there's online meetings and they're free. You don't have to register. You can keep your camera off. You don't need to put your name on. Why not go? Why not try? recommend it. This date right here, 9/29/20, is the day that I first went to a narcotics on a 12-step meeting. And it says, "You got this." That's what everybody said to me when I got clean. And this is my symbol for spirituality, which is the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows advanced magic with the beginning of my 12-step groups label inside it. Because I'd done enough research into suffering. Your bottom is wherever you turn around. It's however deep you need to make it this time around. And a big thing to remember is the opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it's connection. That's been played out by strong research. And these 12-step groups succeed, in my opinion, largely because of connection. Making connections with other people, whether it be your sponsor or other people in your group that you can empathize with who support you. That's another thing we say every day. I believe in, just for today, I will have faith in someone who believes in me and wants to help me in my recovery. Something like that. Good luck.